it's like to go on tour together?
It's fun.
It's fun.
We listen to a lot of.
No, go ahead.
We listen to a lot of comedy stations.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
XM Radio. Shout out. Want
What
to sponsor me?
Some Beastie Boys. Some Cake.
Cake.
Listen to a lot of Cake.
And who's the other local Kansas City rapper we listen to?
Mac Lethal.
Mac Lethal.
Yup.
Mac
That was
Lethal.
super fun.
So tell people that, think the touring life is all glamorous and everything. Tell some of the struggles, though, that you go through whenever you're going from tournament to tournament and driving in the car for hours and hours.
We traveled, 30 hours?
36 or
36
something?
hours.
Straight hours. From Kansas City to Kamloops, BC, for the Canadian Championships, which was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was weird. We actually left Kansas City, and then we went to Mount Rushmore to check out Mount Rushmore, and we ran into Ragna, Jessica, and Johannes, the three Swedes, and we ended up just traveling with them the rest of the time that we traveled together.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was cool. It's struggle. I mean, it can be a struggle out there. A lot of highway, a lot of windshield time, but I wouldn't change what I do to sit behind a computer desk all day, I'll tell you that right now.
Word, I mean, I prefer to do that than sit in the classroom all day at school. It just, I don't know, it gets boring. You just sit there forever. And I drove a little bit. But
She did drive the Element.
just a little bit. Not much. Eric seemed to handle that pretty well.
Gung-ho.
Yeah.
So how do you pick what spots you go to?
For me, it's just based off of tournaments I've played in the past. If it's, got a lot of added cash, or if it's just a great course, quality people. By now, I mean, this is my 11th or 12th year, I don't even know, doing it. So I know which ones are good, which ones I want to hit. And even the last couple years, actually, it's been a little different. I've been trying to hit up some new events, stuff I haven't been to in the past. But so yeah, it's fun.
Now, Paige, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I just follow him. Because he was nice enough to let me tour with him, so I just played the tournaments he played.
Now, you have one more year of high school left, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, once you're done with that year, are you going to tour more, or what's the plans there?
I'm actually planning to graduate a semester early,
Oh.
so be done in January. And then from there, tour from about February until school starts in the fall. So I'll get to tour a little bit before I actually go to school and actually get a degree.
And maybe go where?
Emporia State University.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
During that touring, you said February, I think you said?
Mm-hmm.
Where do you have any particular spots you're going to go to?
I think my first one is going to be the Wintertime Open in California, and then Gentlemen's Club, and then Memorial. Those are like the first three. From there, just all the NTs and majors.
Those are the first three big events of the year that most people hit up. So.
Yeah, that's all I know right now. Just kind of wing it, see what I'm feeling.
So, Eric, what would you say would be the most exotic place you've ever traveled to?
Probably Germany. Went there 3 years ago now, with a big group of people. We had a lot of fun. I think there was 9 of us that went over there, and we spent a month in Europe traveling all around. And I didn't know what to expect going into Germany, and we were in the Southern Alps, and we played a course in the Alps, and it was absolutely beautiful. So that's probably my place I want to go back to.
Now, what's a place that you haven't been that you're like on your list of must go?
Well, honestly, Japan. And I, unfortunately, had to miss it this year due to some health issues. And so I couldn't make it. But, a couple years from now, I plan on go back to Japan. And I think the other event I've always wanted to hit up was Toronto Island. I've heard great things about Toronto, the course. It's on the island. It's good people. I like my Canadian friends out there. So.
What about you, Paige? Any course, country or course that you just really want to go to experience it?
Nantucket seems pretty awesome.
That
Have you
does
been there?
I haven't been there,
It
but
looks
I've seen
beautiful.
pictures and it looks very nice.
I heard there's a lot of poison ivy, but the course looks beautiful.
How about Skellefteå, Sweden for the Scandinavian
Yes,
Open?
we're actually looking into doing that next year. Anywhere really. Any opportunity that presents itself, I'll be thankful for. I went to Canada for a tournament, and that's the only out of the country I've been to. So anywhere else would be pretty awesome. I'm not specifically really wanting to go one place.
What would you say are maybe some of the myths that you've heard from people, or what would you tell somebody that's not true? It's not like this being on the road. Is there anything you could think of?
Well, I've been doing it for so long now, I don't really hear what people assume anymore. But probably a big one is that we make a lot of money, and we don't.
Heck no.
We're not struggling by any means, I mean, I thankfully have Dynamic Disc sponsoring me and Paige as well, and they take good care of us. And but we're not out there making golf salaries and major professional athlete salaries by any means. But it's disc golfers in general come together. It's like a big community. It's like a big family. And they take care of each other. It's really nice.
I mean, being a female, it's a bit more of a struggle in terms of money. I mean, I had to save a lot of money and fundraise for my tour. But, I mean, it's really amazing. Like, touring has been fantastic, and I'm lucky to have experienced it at a young age. I don't know, a lot of people think it's, like, amazing, and it is, but, being on the road a ton and just spending money and
away from family
is really tough. And like, it's really, if you don't play well, you're not gonna make a lot of money, and it's like really dependent on how well you play. So there's a little bit of pressure there.
So to that end, what would you tell somebody who says, man, I can't wait to get on the road and tour and support myself to be out there? How would you prepare them?
I would say, make sure you have a little extra cash in the bank.
For sure.
And go with somebody. Find somebody that's willing to hit the road with you, because if you do it by yourself, it's really not as much fun. You don't have, people to hang out with as much, split driving, all that good stuff. So make sure you have somebody with you and a few extra dollars in the bank.